Now I'd like to welcome back Lesya from OCP back to the stage, and we'll skip back to the start of your slides. So I think we're moving into talking about open hardware and building a sustainable future. Thank you.
Thanks again. A really pleasure to be a second time on this stage and telling you more about the Open Compute project and about the foundation. So today I will be speaking about the building towards a sustainable future. I have explained some of the insights during the panel, but I just want to have like a deep dive on what we do and how we do within the Open Compute Project Foundation. The OCP has been founded in 2011 by Meta, used to be Facebook. Engineers from Facebook, they were doing experiments and they saw that they developed a hardware that was significantly more efficient than the traditional hardware in their data centers. So the movement started from this idea, from the development, from the projects. Today we have more than 300 organizations, more than 6,000 individuals helping to build the open hardware within our community. And our principles, why we do what we do, is that we want to bring the open hardware from hyperscalers and make it available to all organizations and to the whole industry. Our principles are shared innovation, community-driven standards. We want to build the standards and that will be adopted by the industry and different actors of the industry, and we want to share the practices and knowledge. On this slide, you can see the OCP tenets. These are the principles that we rely on, and any specification, any development, or any product that is developed under the OCP Foundation or inside the OCP Foundation should respond to these criteria. So it should be efficient, it should have impact, it should be scalable and deployable, and it should be open, of course. As mentioned earlier, we recently launched a new tenet, which is sustainability, which demonstrates our commitments to sustainability principles. And you might ask, so why should we deploy OCP? What are some of the advantages? Of course, it's improved efficiency of the hardware and IT gear. It reduced energy consumption costs, lower cost to deploy, and also the open source benefits. Hyperscale innovations are now can be accessible to many actors of the industry. There is also some market interest in deploying the OCP. Of course, the majority of the deployments and developments are made by hyperscalers and also the Tier 2 cloud service providers, but there is an area of organizations that also has a potential and market interest. And these could be the communication providers, education, energy, financial service organizations, and governments. Our partner company, Omdia, who is an analyst organization, they made a study and they found out that by 2026, the market revenue from the OCP equipment would be 36 billion, which represents quite an attractive market opportunity for organizations and for hyperscales. So who are the members who belong to the OCP community? As mentioned, we have more than 300 organizations, and here you can see just some examples of those companies. And those include, of course, the cloud providers, the co-located facilities, the enterprises, companies that propose the components and IT equipment, software developers and integrators, and so many more. As you see, we cover all spectrum of the supply chain, and there are different organizations that are members of our community. So what exactly do we do within the OCP Foundation? We cover the whole spectrum from incubation. When I mentioned earlier, we identify the challenges and we build the concepts. We develop the solutions under the projects, and we also deploy them on the markets. Let me give you more explanation of that. So you see on the incubation phase, this is where we do the future technologies. Right now we have 3 projects in our pipeline, which is AI, hardware, software co-design, cloud service model, and also data-centric computing. So these are the projects targeted for future and identifying the challenges and the opportunities. Within the OCP projects, we do have more than 20 projects and sub-projects. These are the specialized projects that are targeted to identify and solve current existing problems on the market. And you see I mark here the sustainability because there are several projects under the sustainability project and sub-projects. And these projects are heat reuse, liquid and immersion cooling, circular economy. For example, when we meet with the heat reuse, right now they are making the map, they are putting the data center facilities on the map that are using the heat reuse. When we talk with immersion cooling group, they are developing the specification and requirements for the environment that will be where immersion cooling will be deployed. So there are different activities happening under the projects and sub-projects. And it really depends on what are your interests as an organization or a team, an R&D team. Depending on that, you can join one of these projects. And we also have the emerging markets. These are the programs or solutions that are already available on the market, including the product recognition programs, data center facilities programs, and experience center and marketplace. We do receive quite often the question, so where can we search for this IT equipment, and if we want to deploy, where should we go? The primary source of this information and also solution would be our certified OCP marketplace. These are the marketplace where you can find all equipment that has been certified and recognized by our community. And they are in 4 categories. So you will find the integrated solutions, you will find facilities, including the experience centers and OCP-ready facilities. You will find the equipment in telecom and age, and also as well as product and components. And why it's important for the UK? When we see the analysis of the who visit the marketplace and who is attracted by these ideas about the open compute and open hardware solutions, we see that of course most of the attractions come from the US. But also the 4% of everybody who is visiting the OCP marketplace are the UK. So organizations and people that comes from the UK. So maybe there is a potential to increase the market and get curious and get engaged within the OCP community. So now we want also to touch base on the innovations and how do we develop. Not only we develop the current market solutions, but we also think about the future. What is the next way of innovation? What kind of problems and challenges should we solve? Within the OCP, we do it under the program which are called Future Technologies Initiative and Symposium. So the initiative is a longer project with the purpose of bringing together the research academic community and also people from the industry with the purpose of R&D collaborations and accelerate productization of new technologies. The Future Technologies Symposium is an event that spotlights promising research projects and technologies and that can be showcased and promoted within our community. What are the mission of these projects? So the mission is, of course, innovation. Identify what are the forward-looking funnel of innovations and how can we accelerate their productization within the OCP and make it accessible to all the community members. The second mission is also, of course, the technology scale. We want to scale it fast and we want to grow fast and further together. And finally, of course, people, because we want to bring the academic and professional community together with the purpose of collaboration, training, education, and recruitment. The Future Technologies Symposium will be taking place in October. So we have a really extensive program. We have the keynotes, we have the author presentations. We did have a data center sustainability track, including the network track, power, service, quantum, and AI. And I would like to share some very important information that regardless of the track where the Future Technology submission were made the call for papers, we saw that everybody who was submitting across different tracks were somehow relevant to the sustainability topic. We received papers in network, in quantum, and power and service, and all of these papers were somehow relevant for the sustainability topics. So this means that we do have the notion of addressing the sustainability challenges in different sectors, in different topics of the technology within the data center industry. In the afternoon, we are going to have also the breakout sessions with AI hardware software co-design, which is one of the most popular topics right now, cloud service model, data-centric computing, and optical interconnects. As I mentioned earlier, we do have the topics under the development, including quantum for the future, and also data center sustainability, including the immersion field. And last but not least, I would like to also mention that traditionally OCP was made by hyperscalers and for hyperscalers and large enterprise. We realized that there is a need to integrate startups, because very often startups are the sources of radical innovation and disruptions which happen in the market. So in April this year, we launched the OCP Startup Membership and Program, which was quite a success. After several months of discussions, we are happy to announce that right now we have 9 startups which are members of our OCP Startup membership, and we have 4 OCP Startup members. And who are those companies? Of course, we have 2 companies which are in sustainability field. So we have Carnot, French organization, Wooden Data Center. Both of these companies are focusing on addressing challenges of the sustainability through open hardware and deployment of their solutions. We have Axelsus, which is working on new cooling environments, and we also have startups that are working on chiplets, AI solutions, and data center facilities technologies. Finally, I would like to also mention that we are, I mentioned about the awareness and also experimentation and testing. So one of the events where you can see what are the benefits and advantages of open source and Open Compute Project Foundation is a global summit that we are organizing in October in California. So we have a really extensive schedule with different keynote speakers and presenters. So if you're interested to experience yourself the benefits and advantages and also network with a great audience, feel free to join our summit. I know that for some organizations this could be challenging. This is why we also have the regional summit that will be taking place next year in April in Europe. And our focus will be on open source and open hardware in Europe and EMEA. So if you're interested in one of these events, please join us, and we'll be happy to get you integrated into our community. That's all for me, and thank you so much for your attention. Happy to take any questions later today. Thank you.